Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Korash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing his truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hope for the elect. Coming at you with another lesson, Lord, wouldn't it be edifying? This is about the fake Jews that's in our land. The KHARAZARs, the Amalekites, okay, the nation of AMALEK, the IDUMEANS, the EDOMITES, okay. This is about the Edomites, them fake Jews who are in our land. Because see, this is another controversy with our people. They really believe that the Jews that's in our land, the fake Jews that's in our land, are the real Jews, when they're not. So this is a little lesson edifying the Akim and the Akwaf that those are the fake Jews in our land. This is a little short lesson edifying our people that those are not the real Jews. We are the Jews, okay? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi are the Jews. And Jew, the word Jew is short for Judah. So these people who took our land, okay, it was all through the Spirit of the Lord as prophecy, but those people that's in our land are not the real Jews. We are. Now, this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. And this is in the red. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Meaning we're rich in our heritage, our inheritance. We're rich in the truth because we are the chosen. So we are rich through the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? This is our commonwealth. Okay? The bloodline. That's our richness by being the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So he said, I know thy works and tribulation. And we're going through tribulation. And poverty. And we the lowest of the earth. Okay? All 12 tribes. Scattered in the lowest parts of any city or any country, wherever we are dwelling at. He said, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. So he called those so-called Jews that are not Jews the synagogues of Satan. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogues of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. The Lord said he loved Jacob and hate Esau. So they are going to come bending down to our feet, to worship at our feet. Okay? That's the whole reason the Lord had the prophecy of Jacob holding the heel of Esau. Okay? Because Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, meaning the kingdom of heaven, meaning the new world, the new earth. Okay, once the Lord cleaned this earth off with all the filthy acts of Esau, Edom, the one who controls the earth now, he's going to reestablish the kingdom in all righteousness. And they got to go into slavery. So he said, behold, I will make them of the synagogues of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Jacob, the 12 tribes of Yasharallah. Now, this article that I got is called "KHARAZARs taking the identity of Israelites." So it's a late 1800s Zionist movement begins. 1882 to 1903, so-called Jews, aka Khazars, began to occupy the land of Israel. 1896, the Jewish, aka Khazars, state is published. Zionism grows. 1897, so-called Jews, aka Khazars, unite in effort to occupy more of Israel. It said 1917, the British gain control of Palestine, Israel. 1933 to 1944, 6 million German Jews killed by German Nazis and German Jews. Now we know those were not the Jews. Those are not the real Jews. Okay? That was a big lie, man. Okay? They didn't kill no real Jews, man. Doing no Nazi Holocaust, what they call it. Okay? It said 1948, Khazars, Amalekite, the Amaleks, the Edomites, the so-called Jews. It said 1948, Khazars, aka Jews, accomplished their goal in our allowed occupation of Israel by the United Nations. 1948, surrounding countries invade Israel. Said 1949, the first Arab-Israeli Khazars war ends. 1967, it's a 6-day war. Israeli Jews, aka Khazars, capture the city of Jerusalem. 1982, Yiddish becomes an official language of Israel. It is passed off as Hebrew. And we know that's not the Paleo and the ancient Hebrew. Yiddish. That's the modern day Hebrew. That's why I say Yiddish become an official language of Israel. It is passed off as Hebrew. So 1948, that's when they took over the land of Israel. Okay? That's when they were, I think it's called the Balfour Declaration, when they took over our land. When it was, it say 1948, Khazars, aka Jews, accomplished their goal in our allowed occupation of Israel by the United Nations. Now, going into these scriptures, because the Lord say, heathens will be in our land. Okay? Heathens will be in our land. Now, matter of fact, I'm going to bring this out first. This is Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Palestines. Now it says a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Ashdod is a place, is a place in Israel. It's in Israel. Okay, Ashdod. That's in the land of Israel. Now, who occupy the land? The so-called Jews, the Khazars. This is Ezekiel 36, and this is proof that bastards is dwelling in our land. Ezekiel 36, start at verse 2. And it reads, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah power, because the enemy have said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye may be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the words of the Lord Yahweh power. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power to the mountains, and to the hills, and rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and a derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. He said all Idumea. Now that's Edom in Greek. Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. And we are destroyed, man, because of the heathen, man. Okay? They stole our nationality. They put us in captivity. Okay? Got us in the worst parts of the earth, man. The worst parts of the cities, wherever state you at. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I have lifted up my hand, surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches, and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. Okay? He said we shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to the people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. Meaning we're going to rise up. That's why you see all these camps all over the world rising up. Okay? I tell you in Isaiah the 44th chapter, that he was going to pour his spirit out upon his people, and they shall spring up. Okay? They was going to spring up like grass all over. That's why you see these camps all over the world, man. So he say, for behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown. And I will multiply men upon you. That's talking about the camps. All the house of Israel, even all of it, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the waste shall be builded. And we're building up now. What is that talking about? Closing up the breaches thereof. Okay? Closing up the breaches. The house of David. We're going to get that. Now this is Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In the day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Hey, that's precept upon precept, man. Okay, I got to read that again. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 10. I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the waste shall be builded. Amos 9:11 again. In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. I mean, it ain't gonna be no more leaks, it ain't gonna be no more breakthroughs, it ain't gonna be no more taking down again. Therefore, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Okay? Hey, so everything gonna be restored. Now this is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7. And it reads, your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. Okay, by strangers, man. Strangers is occupying our land, man. Strangers have took our inheritance. Okay. Now, this is Psalms chapter 79 and verse 1. O Yahweh, the heathen are coming to thy inheritance. Thy holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. The dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of the heaven, the flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth. Okay, meaning your body just laying out and you just be eaten by any wild beast, man. Their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem. Hey, and that was during the time of 70 AD, man. Okay? That was during the time of 70 AD. And you can read that account in Luke chapter 21, okay, 20 through 24. See, their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. Okay? I mean, they just was laying there, man. We are become a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us. How long, Yahweh, wilt thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling places, And they did that, man. Okay? They shed the blood, man, of thy servants, man. 70 AD, man. Okay, over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. The rest of them got slaughtered, man. Okay? The rest got slaughtered, man. They laid Jerusalem on heaps, man. It said their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. And we know this happened on 70 AD, man. Okay? When they took down Jerusalem, man. Now, these KHARAZARs, the Amalekites, the so-called Jews, the IDUMEANS, the EDOMITES, okay, the descendants of ESAU, these red bastards, man, okay, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. These are red bastards, man. Now, you see right here, late 1800s, Zionist movement begins. Now they say they Zionists, okay? Well, this is what the Lord said about Zion, man. Because the 12 tribes of Israel is Zion. This is Psalm chapter 78, verse 68. But chose the tribe of Judah, the Mount Zion, which he loved. Now, you got these KHARAZARs, the Amalekites, the so-called Jews, the Edomites, the IDUMEANS. They call themselves Zionists, okay? Zionism. Hey, the Lord say Judah is the Mount of Zion, man. The word Jew, they use the word Jew. Jew is short for Judah, man. Okay? They the so-called Jews. That's why I read to you starting off with Revelation 2 and 9 and Revelation 3 and 9. Okay? Them that say they are Jews and are not, but do lie, are the synagogues of Satan, man. Them not the real Jews. They are imposters, man, that's inhabiting our land. Now, but chose the tribe of Judah, the Mount Zion, which he loved. Our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, came from the tribe of Judah. Okay? Now, this is Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14. And it reads, for it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. Meaning everybody, all 12 tribes can be priests. All the elect is going to be priests. But the point is, for it is evident that our Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, which he's talking about Yahweh Shah, for it is evident that our Lord Yahweh Shah sprang out of Judah. Okay? Now, let's prove that Judah is the so-called Negroes. Not these damn IDUMEANS, these Edomites. This is Jeremiah. This is a precept to Hebrews 7:14. This is Jeremiah 14 verse 2. And it reads, Judah mourning. Now the real Jews are in mourning. How the hell they talking about they the Jews when they ain't in mourning, man? Okay? They are not in mourning. So how are they the real Jews? They are not in mourning, man. They living it up. They control the whole earth. So how are they in mourning? Okay? They control everything, man. Everything. Okay, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. They control the entire earth. So how are they in mourning, man? The real Jews in mourning because of our poverty, because of our tribulation, okay? Because of our labors, our works, man. We are in mourning, man. Read this again. Precept to Hebrews 7:14. It's a Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. And the gates thereof languish, meaning we had no true leaders until 1970, man. We had no true leader. Okay? Till 1969, 1970, all the way up to now with the apostles and elders, great millstone. We had no leaders, man. Okay, read this again. Judah mourneth, because the real Jews in mourning. And the gates thereof languish, they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. The 12 tribes of Israel, we are crying, man. Okay? The gates thereof languish. They are mourning, man. Because we sick of this, man. We in captivity. Okay? Without the yokes of iron on our neck, we are slaving, paying taxes. Oh, and have our people paying tithes to the church on top of taxes, man. Okay, follow out Roman Catholicism. Destroyed. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we come from. That's a major thing, man. People think we are really Africans, man. That word black right there, man, it means Kodar in the Hebrew, which is dark skin, man. We are not Africans, okay? We had to flee into Africa, running from Roman persecution during 70 AD when they took down Jerusalem, as I read that to you in Psalms, the 79th chapter. And you can read that in Luke, the 21st chapter, starting at verse 20 through 24. When he said, when you see Jerusalem come about with armies, flee ye into the mountains. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that, man. Because our people, they is bugged out of their mind, man, thinking that them the real Jews in our land. Them not no real Jews, man. Them are demons, man. Red bastard demons, man. This is Luke chapter 21. And starting at verse 20. And it reads, and when ye shall see Jerusalem come past with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of depart out, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. So he said, when you see Jerusalem come about with armies, flee ye into the mountains, man. Okay? That was the time of 70 AD, man. Now, going back to Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourning, because we are in mourning. The gates thereof languish, they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Okay? we are in mourning, man. The real Jews, this is my point, are dark-skinned people, man. Different shades of brown. Okay? So who is those people in our land, man, that's claiming to be Jews? They Edomites, man. IDUMEANS. AMALEK. Okay? The so-called Jews. Another point to prove we the real Jews, man. And we don't nobody, our people do not know who they are, man. Because Esau beat it out of us, man. Okay, this is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 8. And it read, their visage is blacker than a coal. When you look up visage, it meaning their appearance, man. How they look. Okay? Visage mean how you look, man. Lamentations chapter 4 verse 8. Their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Okay? Why we're not known in the streets? Because they stole our identity, man. And told us that we was African American. Okay? Named after two Edomites who named those two continents. Africa being named by some Edomite named Leo Sciphios Africanus, and North America, America being named after an Edomite named Amerigo Vespucci. So how are we two different Edomite names, man? African American. Those are two names of two different people, man. Okay? So why are we named after these men? Edomite men. Okay? All you gotta do is look it up and you can find it out, man. So it say their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Why are we not known in the streets? Because we have no heritage, man. We don't know who we are. But the Lord is risen up his men. He say that they shall seek me in the land of their captivity, man. So we know who we are now, man. We the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. We the Jews, man. Okay? We are the Jews. Those in parts of the land, they only want to be Judah and Levi. When you ask these so-called Jews, they either from Judah or Levi. Why Judah? Because the Lord say he chose the tribe of Judah, the Mount Zion, which he loved. Okay? That's why they want to be Jews. Why they want to be Levi? They don't want to be Benjamin. They don't want to be Simeon. They don't want to be Issachar. They don't want to be Gad or Reuben. Okay? They don't want to be Asher or Naphtali. They don't want to be none of these other tribes, man. They just want to be Judah and Levi. Why is that? Because those are the Jews. They want to be representing the head tribe, Judah and Levi. And they don't even say nothing about Benjamin either, man. Okay? Judah and his companions, man, is the southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And the 12 tribes of Israel, they know that in their land. Okay? That's more proof. The Lord say, in the days, he's going to bring his people back into the land. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, chapter 37, verse 22. And it reads, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And I'm talking about Yahushua. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Okay? This is talking about Israel, man. The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom being as one, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 3 and 4. This proves that them are not the real Jews in our land, man. Okay? Them are not the real Jews in our land, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 3 and 4. I'm going to start at 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord Yahweh saying, Thou speakest, thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh power of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Okay? He said, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave them, that I gave to their fathers. So how's all the real Jews in that land, man? The 12 tribes of Israel ain't in that land, man. Okay? The 12 tribes of Israel is not in the land of Israel. Okay? We are not in that land. Now, this is a cold cut too. The Lord say, will he bring back the nation of Israel, okay, all 12 tribes, to Jerusalem? What was going to be happening, man? That on the gates of the kingdom is going to be the 12 tribes of Israel. This Revelation chapter 21, verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And at the 12 gates, 12 angels. Now, where the angels at in Israel? Is there angels over there guarding the gates? I don't think so, man. Okay. Hey, that's a cut right there, man. Okay. Just that, you can cut it off. Reading this again. It's a had a gate, had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And at the 12 gates, 12 angels. And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. The wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city and the gates thereof and the wall thereof. So where is the 12 apostles' name on the gates of Israel right now in that land? It's not. Where are the 12 angels in that land right now? It's not no angels. The 12 tribes of Israel is not in that land, man. Okay? Reading this again. Jeremiah 30, verse 3. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave their fathers, and they shall possess it. Okay? And these are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Now, if the 12 tribes of Israel in that land, what are angels at the gates at? Okay? And what are 12 gates at? 3 gates on the north, 3 on the south, 3 on the west, and 3 on the east. Where's that at, man? Because that show is not in the land of Israel right now. Jeremiah 3 and 18. In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north. The land of the north is where? North America, man. To the land that I have given for inheritance unto your fathers, man. Okay? Listen, man. Those demons in our land, man, that's occupying our land, they bastards, man. Okay? Heathens. As I read to you, man, in Ezekiel the 36th chapter, man. The heathens have taken over our land, man. Okay. One more time, Isaiah chapter 1, man. Verse 7. And it say, Your country is desolate. Your cities are burnt with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. Meaning we see it, okay, in our presence right now today. And it is desolate and overthrown by strangers, man. Okay? So those aren't the real Jews in our land, man. They are imposters and they have taken our land, man. Okay? Even though it's our prophecy, it's set up through the Spirit of the Lord, for prophecy to play out, man. Okay, these demons has taken our land, man. And now people really believe that those are the real Jews. They are not the real Jews, man. And you got to get understanding these scriptures, because our peoples are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. And I'm going to read this. This is Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles or the oracles of Yahweh, and I become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. So you peoples that was taught this Roman Catholicism, man, Christianity, you got to be retaught all over again, man. Okay? These false pastors that's destroying you and taking your money, man, and not telling you the truth, they're going to be retaught all over again too, man. And that's in the kingdom, because they're going to die on this side, because they are not finna turn away from their money that the so-called Jews, the Amalekites, the KHARAZARs, the IDUMEANS, the EDOMITES is giving them, man, to deceive you. Okay? Your TD snakes and your Creflo dollars and your Al Sharptons and your Jesse jackasses and all your local pastors, man, these churches, they are not going to stop deceiving you, because they are following a contract called the 501c3 charter tax exempt. And their job is to deceive you, man, because they are of their father, the devil, man. John 8 and 44. And they're going to be retaught again, too, in the kingdom, because they're going down this side. And they are scattering the sheep, and the sheep is going to follow that wicked wolf in sheep clothing false pastors, man. Okay? Our people is going to die for following these false prophets, because they're not teaching you the truth. They're destroying your mind, deceiving you, and taking your money at the same time. So with that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Korash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, rule well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopefully elect. Shalom.